Welcome to my new apartment! Primer de tot, us haig d'avisar que estic molt enfadada que no m'hagueu fet ningú vídeo, estigui jo sola fent vídeos aquí. Dit això, I have a new apartment. As you can see, I look like completely terrible, even though I wear a lot of makeup, basically because everything I own is like there. I mean, I can show you. Look. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit crazy, and still haven't found anyone to take the other apartment from us. There's a guy that made the application, which is kind of fantastic, but he has to be approved and then put a deposit, and so yeah, I'm stressed right now. And because I like to do things, I'm not really good with timing on things, and I like to do things that way, I guess. I'm actually transferring schools. Well, trying to. I applied, and now I'm going to the other school to talk, see if I can transfer for fall, because I want to transfer for computer systems technology to computer science, which apparently there's a big difference that I had no idea about. It was completely my fault because I did not actually research as much as I should have researched, probably. But I didn't know that. I mean, I thought it was different ways to say the same thing, you know? And I know there was difference between City College and City Tech. City College was better, but I didn't actually care that much. I care about the subjects and the teachers and the stuff. When I was to PAX East the last weekend, which was amazing, by the way. I will talk about it, I promise. I met this girl, Sarah, that's studying at MIT in Boston, which is actually one of the coolest universities I've ever seen, and yeah, that was really cool. But more importantly, she's studying computer science and minoring in biology, which is kind of cool in a lot of languages, different ways, the levels and stuff, and. And she explained to me the difference between computer science and computer systems that I did not know before. So that's kind of, it's kind of cool, and it kind of let me down, because apparently the reason why I haven't been doing as much coding as I hoped is because I'm doing computer systems instead of computer science, and I should be doing computer science. So yeah, I'm transferring to computer science because City Tech doesn't have computer science. I mean, it calls City Tech City University of Technology, and they don't have computer science. So yeah, I'm transferring. Good things, bad things about trying to apply for a transfer, and it's not official yet, but I applied. The good thing is that I've been doing something that's going to be way better. City College is apparently better than City Tech. The teachers and the levels will be harder, so that means I will have to actually, put some effort into it instead of what I've been doing. And the bad thing is that City College is in the middle of friggin' Harlem, which I have nothing against Harlem at all. I mean, Upper West Side. It's really, 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 really at the top of Manhattan. Not a problem on that for anything. The only thing is, I kind of just moved to Brooklyn because my school was supposed to be in Brooklyn for the next, 2 to 3 years. So I just moved to Brooklyn, and now I applied to transfer to a college that probably gonna take an hour and a half every day to go, because it's in the point of Manhattan, really, 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 really high. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. As I said at the beginning of the video, I do these things wrong. I do them so off time. Yeah. So besides the stress, doing things out of time, not being able to sleep and still being tired and trying to figure this out, I actually found a roommate. Her name is Jennifer. She's 29, and she's currently in England, but she's coming back in April 9th. And she's gonna be my roommate, and we Skyped the other day. She seems really cool, and I'll ask her if she wants to say hi in my next video, so you can meet her. What else? Oh yeah, PAX East. Well, it's been a week, alright? And I still haven't finished the picture from Sunday, because the last week was probably the craziest, most horrible week in a long time because of the apartments and people. And yeah, it's a week I want to like scratch off and finish already, so we can start again with something that's gonna make me happier, I guess. I don't know. It was completely out of control, and I don't want to go through that ever again, hopefully. It was so bad that I got to 2 points that show me how bad it was. The first one is that I actually started considering moving to Germany, which, yeah, that's bad. When I start considering moving to someplace else, then it's not the States, it means something is going wrong. And why Germany? Well, I don't know. They are pretty good with computers. I always liked Germany. I always had this language that I wanted to actually learn. And well, let's face it, I'm not going back to Spain. That's it, pretty much. And England, it's nice, but I know a lot of people that it's in England, and it's kind of like overrated. I can kind of be fine to learn German. So yeah, Germany. I don't know. I just thought about it. I actually started looking at colleges and everything. That's how bad I got. And the second point, which was probably even worse, that showed me how bad I was, it's that my dad, after Skyping with me the other day, actually sent me a message saying, "Do you need me and mom to come and help you? We'll take a plane ticket and we can be here by Friday." And I was like, seriously? Wow. That's how bad I looked on the screen. I mean, I wasn't wearing makeup, and I hadn't slept for like, I only slept for like 5 hours, and I just did all the moves, so I was exhausted, and every part of my body hurt, but, wow. Yeah, I think that was kind of like wake up call. So I really hope that tomorrow it's gonna be Saturday, and then Sunday, and it's gonna be a new week, and it's gonna be fine. I hope so, because I cannot take this any longer, honestly. And besides that, well, you know, like last weekend, not actually last weekend, 2 weekends ago, I went to PAX East, and that was awesome. Like, I need to actually pause here for a second so you can realize how awesome that was. Like, amazing! To the point that I did not wanted to go back to New York. Not only because of the apartment, I just didn't want to go back to the real world. That's how amazing it was. And not because of the exposition, which was actually very well organized compared to New York Comic Con. And you had all these amazing games, indie, not indie, that you could just play. But it was the people. It just was this free judgment place. You could play all these board games, which I'm not actually that much of a fan of board games, as you know, but I'm starting to realize their power, like their niceness about it, because, well, it just, you play games with people, you know? It's like you're in the same table, and some of these games are kind of like really, really funny or really interesting, and I like that. The best part of PAX was that you finish at the end the exposition. They kind of like the expo hall, it closed at 6, and you finish and you went to the hotel next to the expo hall, which was the Westin, and they had on the second floor of the lobby they had these huge tables, and people just were like sit there and play games that they brought with them from home, which is kind of awesome because they're those kind of games usually are like this big. And then after that, it's like you could just go there and it's like, hey, I'm waiting for friends, or I have nothing to do right now. Do you mind if I play with you? And they were like, sure, go ahead. This is that, this is it, and you just like introduce yourself, do your best to memorize so many names, which is impossible, and then just like kind of like make friends and play with them. And it was amazing. There was this group of people that actually changed the game they were supposed to play just because the game was only for like 4 people, and with me were 5. That's awesome. Like, there was a 4 people group of friends that changed the game they were going to play just because this weird girl just came out to them and said, hey, do you mind if I play with you? Like, I'm waiting for some friends, I don't know what to do. And they changed the game. I mean, that's kind of awesome, right? And I met all these amazing people.